and welcome to Ordinary Extraordinary. This is a podcast for ordinary people doing truly extraordinary things. I'm your host, Karen O Sullivan, and I'm so truly grateful to be doing the first outdoor podcast in nature with my very special guest today, Paul Rooney of Muddy Souls, which is an incredible outdoor adventure company. Wellness, nature, the works. Paul, you're very welcome to Ordinary Extraordinary.
Thank you very much, Karen, and it's a pleasure to be joined in such a special place tonight here in County Kerry, one of my favourite places that I've ever travelled to, and I'm lucky enough now to say that I'm living here. And I'm truly grateful to be always asked to come on to a podcast or come on to an interview or whatever else. So we'll have a nice chat tonight, we'll enjoy it, and hopefully we'll inspire someone to come out here and get bit by the midgets and see the waterfalls running, you know.
Well, this is it. Connect back to nature, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, Paul, for people who don't know you, how would you describe yourself?
I suppose I describe myself as a little touch mad, which is no harm, I do always say. Full of energy, and people will say, how do you have the energy? And I will 100% say it's from the community of people that I've built, but it's also from the landscape, the passion, the power, the nature, and also, I have a good heart. You know, I love giving back to the world, and I love just finding, being an explorer. I suppose being an explorer, seeing new things, and meeting new people, which would definitely describe me.
Absolutely, and I think every day is an exploration. You're going to go somewhere new each day and explore. So, Paul, were you always into the great outdoors, actually?
Yeah, I was. Since the age I was able to walk, my father had me into the great outdoors. He's a man that loves the outdoors himself, him and the dogs. So I was always by his side, jumping into the car, probably when he didn't want me to be with him. He was away with his friend doing his bits, and I'd be always in the middle, oh, come on, bring me. So that's how I got into it from a young age. Started understanding. These men started teaching me stuff. Other people along the way, handing me back stuff, little forage and stuff, you know, wood sorrel, the whole lichen, whatever else, lichen. And just like absorbing it like a sponge. And then now to be able to give it back after nearly, I'm turning 36 this weekend, 36 years of old.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
Not yet. We have to make it till Monday yet. So it's absolutely incredible to be able to give this back to to what is incredible, which is Ireland. And so many people need to learn, and I do kids events there, and the kids are sometimes more knowledgeable than the parents, and I just so mad to make sure that, you know, and I'm learning as well of some of the kids, and I'm learning of some of the parents, don't get me wrong. Amazing, as well, yeah. But it's nice that on some of the group walks that I can share my knowledge and share the bit of don't pass without turning the stone, or what we have around us, which is so important in everyday life. And whether you're going to work on a Monday morning, have a day in nature at the weekend and be ready then for Monday morning.
And nature, definitely, I find even for myself, it's a great healer as well. I suppose for yourself with nature, what is your favourite thing to do in nature? Is that kind of an open question?
Yeah, it's a lot of things. I suppose chase waterfalls comes to my mind straight away. Chase waterfalls and going off the beaten track on the mountain. That's where heals me. That's where I make my new ideas. That's where the fire happens, and you get the incredible content. And I'll always say it, and I'll say it to any camera, and I'll say I'm crazy about taking pictures. I love posting my pictures. I just love sharing what we have here. And if that's not healing enough, I often had dark days there where I just went out with my camera, went where I never have been before, and just changed the day from darkness into total light. And that's just through the lens of a camera, having fun, totally on my own solo. Amazing. And it's the best therapy in the world, absolutely.
It is just incredible. And what you said there again, nature definitely healing. And for myself as well, if I've had a stressful day, it's a better day if I'm out in nature for even if it's 5 minutes. And if I've had a great day, it's even better still. And from darkness into light, I like that you mentioned that as well. And am I right in saying, Paul, that you're an advocate as well for mental health and everything? Yeah.
So I tried to bring that into it. I have a huge passion for mental health. I've been there myself. I've struggled through the years. You know, we all have our tumbles.
Absolutely.
And I'm never going to be this person that, your man suffered. We all suffer. There's death in the family. There's whatever else. There's you lose your job. There's illness. So we're all going to take a tumble in life. And what I'm trying to gather into people is I'm trying to make a toolbox for them that when this stuff happens, that we're ready to go. And we're an army. We're an army, and that's what Muddy Souls Adventures is. Building an army, a community where you can pick up the phone and go, would you like to go for a coffee after the event? It could be 3 months after the event where you met someone and this and that. So mental health is probably one of the biggest things in my life for people, and I'll be excited, you'll be the first person to know this, is that I'm going to set a safe place up in Killarney here in County Kerry for people to come in and boil the kettle during the week in the evening, and we go for a 5k walk after our chat. It's called a safe place, and the name of that is going to be, you're the first to hear this, is Shared Silence. So if you have silence that you really would love to get off your chest, but you never probably would unless you had the right community around you to be able to openly speak and to be able to let it out, for us to, for us to just say, that's normal.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
all you need to hear sometimes. That's normal. I had an issue like that. John over here, he had an issue like that too. But sometimes these people think they're the only one with this issue. We have been there, we know, and it just takes someone to set up a group like this, maybe to even go as far as maybe even saving a life someday, and maybe just to get the energy back in them. And also I'm going to have a little thing where there's therapists and counsellors, and there's all these different things printed on a sheet, because one of my struggles in life was when I was just a little bit down, or a lot down, I struggled to find how to get to someone to talk. And when you Google, it all comes up, and it's so hard when you're in that form and in that mindset to find it. So if it's on a sheet for them, they can go along with their highlighter going, nope, they're fully booked. There. Next thing, number 5 answers. Click. Next thing, if that didn't work out for them, the number 7 could work out for them on the list. And I think if it's in front of them, they're going to work, and it's going to work. So I believe that's going to be huge, not only in Killarney. People are going to come, and I'm going to make sure that I work really hard for people and advertise it. And the social media is very dangerous, as we know, but it's also incredible. 100%. And it's the reason me and you are sitting across from each other today.
Amazing, yeah.
So that's a huge part of it all, and for what I do on the mountains. And I want to bring a bit of fun back into it too, and my events as well, is that, we shove each other into the bog hole, we climb a tree, we bring the kid back out in us.
So important.
Have the naughty chats, or the naughty mess, or the naughty, bit of crack.
That's
bring
what
the,
you need.
yes, bring the youth
100%,
back, and instead of, and when you're in the outdoors,
Amazing.
and it's totally different things, happens and says, and as so many people do say to me on a Sunday, coming back, I do often be, it used to be coming back to Galway, because that's where I was living, and now I'm living in Kerry, but I always used to get these messages going, I told people today on your event on the mountains today, stuff that I didn't even tell my therapist, and I knew then I was on to something, and then, because they were comfortable, they felt safe beside these people.
Absolutely.
And they also, I start off with a big conversation in the morning about, if you're with your friend today, push them out of the way and go meet someone new today.
Amazing.
That's your challenge, and let's get the energy going, let's get the thing. And if you don't like someone, fire them into the
I
popcorn.
like it.
Do you know what I mean?
And
Bit of crack.
It's so true, as well, that you say you're friends, but a stranger today could be your friend tomorrow. Do you know what I mean?
And that's what's happening. That's what's
Absolutely,
happening. And our friends are not always there. They might be working, they might have kids, and it's nice to meet another person.
100%.
And sometimes it's nice to meet and learn about people as well. And what's incredible about these events and these meetups, like myself and yourself coming out in the van,
totally.
learning about each other, is that we then understand that other people have a journey in life, because someone will share their story, and then the person mightn't say a thing because they might be a bit anxious on that day.
Of course,
and they might be like, wow, I thought I was the only person that didn't, that was turning and twisting in the bed last night because I was anxious of coming to this event this morning. And then boom, they're the same as everybody else, and that's what we need,
100%, that connectivity, and you're going to get it in nature, go back to source, the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm just I'm fascinated with this. I think what you're setting up will be just amazing.
Yeah.
It's so needed out there, and to have that connection, as you say, if you're helping somebody today, somebody else is helping you the next day. We're all connected. We're strong as a group. The whole thing. It's just beautiful to hear. And for people who, I suppose, really are a bit fearful about going, or maybe they're thinking, oh, do you know what? I don't know, where do I start? Maybe I'm not too fit. I don't know, will I keep up with them? I don't know them. What would you say to them?
Yeah, that's a massive question tonight, and it's one of the biggest things that's, unfortunately, 30 people might book on to me for Saturday, and unfortunately there's 16 people in the car park Saturday morning, and I'm angry.
You're the others.
Yeah, these people have paid and they're not here.
Yeah.
I want them here. I
course.
want them to feel the day, and I want them to feel Saturday. But the fact is, the anxiety kicked in. They were coming down the road, this and that. I had a woman in the car park one day, and this is an example I always use, and she'll not mind me using it, but she said to me, I sat in the car park for an hour. I seen you coming, I was here early, and next thing, she says, I picked up the phone to my daughter, and she was in Australia. She was still up because of the time difference, and her daughter said to her, get the effing out of that car, Mom.
Yeah.
And she did.
Fair play.
That woman drank whiskey with us till 1 o'clock in the morning,
Amazing.
dancing and twisting with people she never knew, and she had one of the best days and nights of her life. And she nearly turned and drove away.
Amazing.
And this is what I'm trying to say to people. And what you asked me is, how do you... There's a simple message, send me over this and that, I'm feeling like this, boom, I'll send you over a voice note and we'll change that tune. Get there, you're going to get a big hug from me straight away kicking off. You're going to get, everyone is there for the same reason. It's 100%. There's no fitness levels as well. I always advertise them as, a medium or easy or hard level. And I'll always say in the comments, and as I made a video there the other night about how the levels work, and that's totally understandable. I want the people that have never hiked before. That's who I want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Get them interested and see how amazing it is.
And I want them to fall and
totally.
maybe get a bruise on the knee and like us as kids, and we were hanging at trees. We need to bring that back, because nowadays it's a screen.
Yeah.
And when people are climbing across stones, and next thing they fall into a bit of a bit of water crossing the stone and a bit of crack, and people are lifting them up. There's connection in that. There's team building, and that's what we need. 100%.
Love it.
And as I say, come. And if you fail and you feel unsafe, just get back. We walk back to the car, and then we go on again. Like, you'll know straight away on the first few 100 yards if you're not feeling this or not. And you might it's better to get out of the car and say to me, Paul, I'm not feeling this today, rather than turning away and never knowing.
Exactly.
And I have a huge anger in me for that, because I'm so passionate to get the people into the mud as Muddy Souls, and the name of the company was Muddy Souls, mud on the boots, you wash it off when you go home, mud on the sole in your chest, we're going to wash it off in the mountains.
That is so deep, because I was going to ask you that, actually, where did you come up with the name, and I'm just hearing it, and I'm like,
we put apostrophe in the S as a mayfly, and a mayfly lives for 24 hours in a day, and in the month of May, and he makes the most of it. He starts as a wee green fly, comes up in the morning as a wee shuck, comes up out of the lake. He's green, then he turns yellow, and then he turns into a spent gnat white. And then he has so many predators against him, like the trout, the seagulls, the crows. And so he just live your life like the mayfly for 24 days, and live it every day like that.
That's
and
so good.
make the memories that you possibly can. Because sometimes we say, I couldn't be arsed doing that, and next thing you might turn around and you might go onto that goddamn social media, and you might see this big roaring sunset on someone else's, and you could have been in that position.
Amazing.
You could have drive out the road and parked on a lovely hill, and you could have watched that too, but you says, I couldn't be arsed. But
And
the
then
fact
you can
is,
get
you would have
into
got so much out of that. There would have been big thoughts running through your heads. There would have been ideas for work. There would have been ideas for maybe a new business or a new opportunity as a new gym, or to go horse riding, or to whatever it is, or to do something amazing with your family. And them amazing moments happen when you are in the power of Mother Nature.
It is so true. I mean, even with this podcast now, it came to me when I don't know, was I having a good or a bad day emotionally, whatever, but I was just going with the flow, connecting with nature, and it just came to me, bring some good, positive energy, connect people. People are out there doing like amazing stuff. Maybe they're thinking they're ordinary, they've started somewhere, but everyone is extraordinary. So I thought, okay, and that was in nature as well, and everything actually, experiences, most things in life, the free things are what counts, the connections, as you say, just nature. I mean, connecting with this moment, connecting with yourself, just amazing. The waterfall in the background, the birds chirping,
And as I say, and there's an odd midge biting us, but you know what? Stuff like that is temporary.
Exactly.
You sprain your ankle, don't panic, hold on a minute. There's 4 or 5 weeks ahead of you. Do your bit of recovery. 100%. It's temporary. Do you know what I mean? And these things are just, we can, if we have the wrong people around us, and we'll go on to this next.
Yes, absolutely.
We go on to the people, and if we have a negative person and it may be a family member, it doesn't matter. You cut it out. You say it to them in a lovely way. Sorry, but I just have to be careful of myself, because it's actually affecting not just me, it's affecting my own family and my own kids and my own it could even affect their other half or their own friends around them, because you're not the person you need to be. You need the person that puts fire in your belly, and you need, and that's why Muddy Souls Adventures is very successful in this day, because I speak from the heart.
Yes.
And funny thing, people do laugh at the no arseholes thing I do put up, and it's just raw and real, and I say it how it is. And if there's someone messing in the group on the day, we just say, you'll just stop that now, and like it's the best way. You can never, and you'll always be successful in life if you're very honest. You can never go wrong. If your friend or your anybody in life, just be honest with them, and if they don't agree, it's not for you. If we can't talk it out, it's not to be. It's as simple as that, because if we're going home dwelling on these things because of a negative person or because of something negative, whether it's the news, to people, to whatever else, it's the car or whatever else, you have to just cut these things out, and when 100%. You do, you start climbing.
That's where life is.
You start climbing.
Life begins at that point, isn't it?
Yeah, it's special.
100%.
It's so special, and then to have 20 people behind you on a mountain, totally off the beaten track, and to see the smiles, and the emotion is a big one as well, Karen. Emotion, I have a huge emotional side to me, massive emotional side to me, and it is pretty. It's mad, like, because people don't see that side until they come in my events. But I'm on full flight. And next thing I just get so overwhelmed how beautiful the people is. The connections are made. There's tears in the bogs, and they're smiling. And next thing I'm like, wow. And I done Ben Bulbin there. It's 7 weeks ago now.
Gorgeous and
and I just seen the smile in people. I seen it so real. And that's when I decided to drive back to Kerry and, decided to hand in my notice and go full hog, because I knew this game was built for me.
And since then, there's no looking back.
Wow.
It's onwards and upwards.
It's
I can see even
mad.
yourself. You seem to have like an extra energy. I suppose if you've been true to yourself. It's like the inner child, your real true essence, if you will.
It's mad. So many people have said that to me.
Like, it's really incredible.
Yeah, so many people have said that to me, and a lot of people have said, it didn't just happen, Paul. You put 5 years of wild. You knocked on every door you could.
That's
you're
true,
you're probably one of the most hungriest people we've ever met, because it's just all about connection and knocking on random doors and introducing, asking them what they do, and showing them, like, it's not just about me. It's lovely to be asked a question too, and that's one thing about knowing a good friend as well. Whether they ask you about how was your day, rather than them rambling on about their own and this and that, and that's nice. And some people, now don't get me wrong, we often went on about ourselves on a story, or maybe it's something like that. But the fact is, it's nice just being outspoken. And do you know what we need? We need it in Killarney. We need it everywhere. We need the conversation back.
Absolutely. I mean, like, as you say, it's like writing now. I find we're so connected, if you will, globally to everything that's going on. I mean, you can connect with somebody now in, we'll say Australia right now, and yet it's like, if we're on the phones, we're on everything, and I'm guilty of it as well at times, but we're so disconnected from, presence and what's actually around us. And as you said, that connection, you can't buy it. You have to experience it, isn't it? Just like, it's amazing.
Absolutely. And we have to also give everybody a chance, no matter who they are, what breed they are, the dogs, the cats, give everybody a chance and learn by that, And some people, of course, are a lot quieter than others, and that's okay. But as I do try to say to them, just, keep learning little bits and pieces, trying to boost your confidence that little bit more. And it's all like this didn't, I wasn't able to openly speak. I done Toastmasters. I done,
well done,
all these type of things. And
well,
I tried. I was like shaking going up, and I was the youngest in the group. I remember it in Galway, and I was like, "What am I at here? Is this worth it at all?" But all the little add-ons helped me all the way.
Eventually, it gives you that confidence. And that Toastmaster stuff, I've heard of a lot of people in that. It sounds amazing. And even years ago now, and I know I'm doing the podcasting now, right? As you said, like, that stuff didn't come overnight. I've done a bit of acting, obviously with like doing a bit of teaching and all that, you have to, speak, obviously, small groups sometimes are more daunting than big groups, whatever. But I remember, like, I had to do readings in school years ago, and I wasn't even concentrating on the words because I was so focused on what if I say it next, and I kid you not, my heart, so like, again, and a lot of people could have been afraid of that as well, and usually the public speaking and stuff gets to people, but most people, it's more about saying it in a clear way so people can hear it and
Yes.
understand it. So
Yeah.
that's what I was, you know, eventually
And
that
hand
came to me.
signals
Yeah.
and all
Oh,
that. It all
I'm
helps.
all the
you know
hand
what I mean?
signals. I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
So much so, but I'm passionate about it as well.
Yeah.
Then, you know, and if it's a topic that you love or somebody you love, you want to get that message across. But again, yeah, as you said, just
Everything is
you
a
know,
journey, and it's all
100%.
learning, and we're
Yeah.
learning right here tonight. And
Absolutely.
if you don't have the passion and hunger to learn, it's a dull life. It really is.
100%.
And you know, it doesn't have. And this is the thing. And I'm trying to say this to people. It doesn't have to be hiking,
No.
and it doesn't have to be. And I say this straight
Yeah.
out. Try horse riding. Try another hiking company.
Absolutely,
Don't
yeah.
this and that. But you'll know. You'll find your
100%.
place. You'll find your love for something. Whether it's reading, like I can't read. That's okay. I know.
Audiobooks.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know,
You have to
there's
try
loads of
new
ways,
things
like,
and
yeah,
learn.
yeah.
And I'm great at just reading the line underneath the picture. That's all I can do. But that's enough.
Yeah,
At least I'm
it's
trying.
enough.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I learned from
100%.
that, and I might actually watch the YouTube
Yeah.
clip off that.
Really,
So
like, yeah.
learning is so important. Learning about other people and about what's happening and about what's growing around us and about all these birds and bees. And
I
as
mean, this is
yeah,
amazing.
I was walking in with you there,
stunning.
and like it's probably hard for you to believe that
Yeah.
there's 4 to 5 woodpeckers here.
I mean,
And people
that's
don't even know
incredible.
there's woodpeckers in Ireland.
I didn't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Can I just say that? But like
Yeah.
geography and me before, it probably was my worst subject, to be honest. But I love being out in it and learn. Do you know what? And every day is a school day.
Yes.
100%. And I think you learn so much by actually being somewhere, exploring and doing. And you can't. Do you know what I mean? You can't get that in a book. Or, well,
Yeah.
personally, I think I don't. But
Yeah.
So true.
And when it comes to learning, one of my biggest things in every job I ever done and in anything that I ever say, you have to ask. Ask. If you keep asking questions, you're gonna get on so well, you're gonna build your confidence, but you're also gonna really learn about life and about whether you're just going down the road with a lad, ask him about what did he do growing up, or a wee question,
Yeah,
and just to
absolutely.
have an interest in life.
100%.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
like
big
have an
time.
interest in
Yeah.
life, and it's just a lovely thing, just even to
100%.
start a conversation, but constantly learning. And if you're in a classroom and and you didn't understand what the person said,
Yeah.
one of the biggest things is just at the end going, can we go back to that thing again? Don't leave.
Absolutely, yeah.
Don't leave. And we're coming back to mental health again.
100%.
Don't ask for help.
Yeah.
Don't go, Paul was there now today and I should have just said to him,
Yeah.
I'm driving back to Mayo,
Yeah.
you're in the car, stopping in the shop. Okay, I should have asked Paul, what would I do in this situation? No. Just get out of your comfort zone and ask. Not just me,
Absolutely.
everybody.
And
And it
that's
could
it,
be the
like-
most random person you ask
Yeah.
that will have the best answer for you. And that could change your life for goddamn ever. Because people that
100%.
ask me questions
Yeah.
are goddamn heroes. They're heroes today.
Big
Because
time.
we've pushed them, we've kicked them up the butt, and they're on the right road to recovery now. And that is all. Like it's
Amazing.
it's
Amazing to see,
ask,
like, being honest.
and that's one of the big things that will happen with this group is I'm going to get people. I'm going to see emotion in the room. I'm going to say, is everything
Yeah.
okay? And some of them will say, it's not for me to speak tonight, but some of them, if one person goes, I have a wee question for you there.
Yeah.
They just got this, they vomited it up. The
Amazing.
last 3 months
Yeah.
of torture.
And now they're ready to, like, yeah,
And
absolutely.
cry, like,
Amazing.
cry.
Release. Yeah.
Cry in front of us. No, if anyone goddamn judges, you'll go out the door and you'll go on your back.
Exactly.
Simple as that,
'Cause,
you
like,
know.
that takes strength. I
Yes.
mean, I think, to be honest.
Oh, I
to
love
actually,
it.
You know what? In this world where a lot of people are like, I
Yeah.
find, not everyone now, but this is why I'm bringing this out there, where a lot of people are closed off and, this tough love mentality and all that. Like, I was, like, even at that, I was hearing stories there where people could be on, like, construction sites and just giving somebody a big hug and having the meltdown. The hug is what they needed. And,
Yeah.
to actually have, like, it takes great courage to be sensitive
Yeah.
in this world. I think it actually is just.
Really
so
is.
I really
Really
you know,
it
it's
is.
for
And,
me
yeah.
as well. Like, yeah.
And sometimes in
important.
front of your parents and
Yeah.
people try to hold it in, and I did many's the year, and
Oh yeah, listen, you're all.
it's incredible what a cry can do, and
It's healing.
it's so when I see that coming out in a male, especially in
Yeah.
females, like
incredible. Like, yeah,
it's just beautiful.
it's healing. Like,
Wow.
I mean, and when you think
Yeah.
about it, right, what's in tears? We've got like the salt, right? So
Yeah.
everything's like salt is always good. You've got like the tears you're releasing. You've got the sweat when you're working up the sweat, you're releasing stuff. you're in the salt water, you know, what
Yeah,
you're doing,
yeah,
everything,
yeah.
like it's nature
Recharging,
then,
yeah.
it is, if you
Yeah,
think about it,
recharging.
we're connected to source, like,
It's a lovely way to say it. It's like, you know, puking it up, you know, and just getting
like
it all
purging
out.
it,
And when that, it's amazing. Like, and I've been to a lot of therapy myself. Different therapists. Went to
Amazing,
hypnotherapy, counselling.
Class,
Still so proud I done it. So happy I done it. Like went to my second counsellor. I spent 50 minutes in there, and I just said, look. No fault
you
here.
weren't connecting to
Wasn't connected. No harm. But I done 3 or 4 different after that, and wow, like it was. But just to know that there is someone else, just keep going.
100%.
And it's so nice.
And honestly, just like having a person, like having that go-to person, the problem shared, the problem having the chat, and as you said, just having a chat like with randomers at times. And the best chat could be in a queue in a supermarket, you know, instead of being on the phone. And that person could tell you about something else. It could be a nice area to visit, do that deep conversation. Maybe that's the only person they're chatting to today. It's what they needed. So it's like us paying it forward. And, you know, somebody else is paying it forward then another day to us. It's that beautiful ripple, like,
nice.
100%. I love it.
And I suppose we should bring up now when we're on the podcast is about social media and about the answer is not posting your life and running and weights and mountains and it's not about trying to show people that you're okay. Like, and this is a huge thing. Like, I have people coming to my events where I actually, well, you'd kind of know because I've dealt with it a lot now at this stage. Absolutely. But the fact is that would tell you that I'm unbelievable. Hold on now, that's not the solution. But then 2 days later, it wasn't good. You know, so with this podcast, it's going to go out, whether it goes out to 1 people or 100 people or 1,000 people.
Absolutely.
The main thing to come out for it is just be open and honest, because when you start and you go back and you're open and honest, you're going to drop back to the bottom of that ladder. But that is the best thing you will ever do in your goddamn life, is 100%. Go to the bottom and work your way back up.
Absolutely.
Because I was definitely at rung zero, back on ground level, and I climbed and I climbed and I went back again. Got hammered again, but by God, I'll never regret the tears, the counselling, the this and that. But of course, I was a victim to putting the stuff up, going, you know,
listen, we all were at some stage,
you know, thinking that it's okay and this and that. But I did obviously do videos as well where I was unhappy and showing people that it's okay.
Yeah, the real raw footage.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of time you see how many filters, how much whatever, but I love that. I love the real raw. Get more of that stuff out there. The world needs more of that, you know.
Yeah, and you can 100%. Generally see when people are happy and when this and that. And I have nothing against running, and obviously I have nothing against hiking, nothing against weightlifting, nothing against horse riding.
Whatever
but
works
the fact is, yes, but just know that sometimes it's okay to go back. It's okay to go back to your den and to learn and have the right 5 people around you, working hard on you. And next thing, 3 of them is probably going to be your friends. 1 could be a therapist or a counsellor, and the other could be nature. Simple as that.
100%.
And you're ready to go.
Nature's definitely one of mine. I'm going to take that as well. I think it's everyone's really, we're all connected. And as you said, like, and then sort of going into I was actually at somebody on the podcast one day who's on about challenges and, you know, difficult times. And as you say, we all have them, like, whatever capacity. As you say, it could be breathing, it could be a change of a job or whatever. The only thing constant is change anyway. And their outlook at that was, okay, I mean, we don't ask to sort of go, oh yeah, I'd love to be, you know, struggling that day. I'd love the puncture. I'd love, you know, none of us ask for any of those things. But it's in those challenging times that it builds something in us that we then have as we're going, as you say, coming back in, like from whatever level. It's those moments that shape us as well.
The why me moments. And it's a very tricky switch to get out of the why me moment and turn it around and going, this is happening to me for a reason. Turn this into a positive. And the why me is simply, you know, oh, why me? This is always on me, and why is everyone hurting me? Hold on. It's, you know, it's you're the person here now. Turn this into a positive. This is happening for a reason. Let me ask 3 or 4 of my good friends, or 2 of them that you're solid with. Let me see what they say, and maybe let me take a bit of advice of someone else as well. And next thing, you know, turn it into a positive, and you're because you're going nowhere with the why me attitude. You're only turning and twisting and snowballing.
Going in deeper, isn't it? Like,
deeper.
Absolutely.
That's a big one, because most of people will say life's against me and this and that. We like every single person on the planet today, whether there's 6 million in Ireland or whatever there is, there's guaranteed there's going to be a couple of days, a couple of weeks, a couple of months in their life where it's hell and darkness, because it's just life.
Yeah.
It's life.
Absolutely.
You know, there's
It is.
death,
Yeah.
there's hurt, there's
course
loss
there
of
is,
jobs,
yeah.
there's the crash of the car,
You
there's
nailed it.
you know, losing
Yeah.
a friend,
Yeah.
there's a relationship, divorce, breakup.
Absolutely,
This
yeah.
is life.
Yeah.
And I just need people to know on this podcast is that you are in the same boat, rowing the same boat as everybody else.
Absolutely, you are,
Only you're in
100%.
that chapter in life at the moment. And some people, I love saying as well, that you're in the incredible, happy, powerful stage, and I feel that I'm in that at the moment.
Oh, that
but,
is good.
but you need the toolbox loaded.
Yeah.
You need the toolbox loaded,
Yeah.
ready to go. I don't know what's going to happen in 10 minutes time.
Listen, none of us
Yeah,
do. Like,
that phone could ring and change
yeah,
my life.
as you say.
You know what I mean?
And again, we're
Yeah.
always one decision away from the next step, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it could be the best thing ever as well. And,
Yeah.
But yeah, we have to go through our challenges
Wow.
to make it. And believe
Yeah.
me, none of us want those. And
Yeah,
we're like,
minutes,
you know,
minutes can change everything.
or if we're reacting to something instead of going, oh, that person cut out in the traffic, or this person or the other. And it's like, hang on now, why am I giving it energy? Why am I reacting to that? And then you kind of build deeper and you go,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, those
yeah.
experiences and stuff.
Yeah, it's so interesting as well, and you said about the mental health and the side of things, and to be honest, like I love it. You know, I love the learning now. Obviously, I don't like having a bad time,
No, of course,
but the
nobody
fact is,
does.
I
Yeah.
love this of learning more deep about it. And I'm not a man now that does much meditation or yoga or any of that, but I have my other ways, and that's lovely
100%.
for people. And I'm always telling people, go,
Yeah.
go, and
Brilliant.
to these things, and do as much as you can to see which one you click with, like.
Yeah, because you won't know until you try it, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like, yeah.
But what people, like, I suppose don't understand as well is that, you know, your head can bring on pains in your body as well,
100%.
and physical.
Yeah.
And if you're in an unhappy place, like
Yeah.
you're not just going to suffer by you know, mental health. You're going to suffer by your energy is gone.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
you're going to be wrecked, depleted,
Yeah.
physically then. And
You're sleeping.
Yeah.
You're
Behaviourally,
going to be
yeah.
wrecked during the day because you're dreaming all night long. You don't even know.
You're switched
Yeah,
on.
turning, twisting. The bed is upside down in the morning.
Yeah.
But you know when you're happy when you wake up in the morning and your sheets are, you had a good night.
You know you
Yeah.
didn't move. You're
You're
just
in a good
relaxed.
place.
Yeah.
And that's a big
Amazing.
thing. Small things like this, and we're not really being taught much of this either. Is
No. I mean,
add
you
all
just-
these
yeah.
things on and see, and that they're affecting, you know, your the power in your body. And I notice that myself. If I'm in a negative group, like I don't feel the same, like, you know, power
Yeah.
and
It's
energy.
actually, you feel a bit more
Yeah.
tired or something,
Oh,
isn't
yeah.
it? Like, being honest, it's like, what is it, like the vampires,
Oh.
the energy suckers. And I find if somebody's doing something, or they're doing more than that, they're generally wanting to help and uplift. And when you're in that source, that energy, it's like, you just lift each other up. I don't know, it's like,
And
it's just
the
connecting,
person,
you know?
the person in the
Yeah.
group doesn't even have to talk. You can feel it. Isn't
feel
that
that.
incredible?
There you go.
You can feel the good and you can feel the bad as well.
Amazing.
And that's an amazing thing. They don't have to
100%.
say, "Oh, you're an arsehole,"
Yeah.
but
You have that
Yeah.
kind of, you feel it. Like
you
when
can
you're tuned
feel
in,
that
you can feel it,
they're
like,
practically, and that's a massive thing.
Yeah.
And the more we live and the more we learn, as again, and ask and learn it,
Absolutely, yeah.
you'll feel them. And
that makes sense,
it's a real big journey. So I'm glad that I'm confident enough now, and I'm experienced enough, I believe.
Yeah,
And
amazing, though.
and I have enough energy now to give to the public of Ireland. And like
I love
the
it.
messages I'm getting back, Karen, are just.
Honestly, your sunset, your sunrise footage, even
Yeah.
though, and I'd say the other levels to be there experiencing that at
Wow.
the time, because you know the way
Yeah.
picture, like you see it looks incredible, doesn't do as much justice
Yeah.
as being in, you know, the experience where we can't even describe the extent of just
Yeah,
like, you know,
yeah, and people say, why are you chasing? Are you running away? And the answer is no, because I will cut it and say, no, I do love
Yeah.
climbing up the mountain in the dark.
Amazing.
I love the unknown,
Yeah.
not knowing if this sunrise is going to be blocked by a cloud
Yeah.
or if it's going to come.
exciting.
4 out of 7 days, it's cloud cover.
Yeah.
Them 3 days are
It's worth it.
unreal.
It's worth it
but
for that, isn't
the
it?
other 4 days
Yeah.
still help me.
Of course.
I didn't need to go to the gym.
Yeah.
They still helped me because I was in the header. I seen 3 deer that morning. The sea eagle came across me.
Love
you know what
it.
I mean? The squirrel when we were coming to the car.
So true.
So much was seen in 3 or
Yeah.
4 hours. So it was never a failure. People are sometimes on my events, they're a wee bit let down. So
Oh.
you have to turn them into the
Okay.
going, whoa,
Yeah.
let's see. We're after doing 12.5k on the mountains.
Which is
We're after
definitely,
seeing
yeah.
all this. You're after being connected with 12 or 13 people. Be grateful.
100%.
grateful.
And like, I mean, that's the thing. You'd have a lot of people out there going, oh, look, for instance, Jay's gorgeous, I won't knock on weather and we're blessed, right?
Absolutely.
But even at that, would we be out here doing this in the rain? I probably would. I'm that much.
100%.
I'd say you would as well.
We would have found
we
a nice
wouldn't
place.
Have much midgets, you know? Look at the silver lining on both sides. We get the summer, we get the midges, we get the, you know. It's what it's about, like. And I find that, like, I mean, if you were in Ireland or anywhere else like that and you go, oh, sure, it's raining. How many days does it rain? We get the beautiful colours, the green, the whole thing. Would you go out? It's like, just dress for the occasion. If you get wet, so what? I go into the sea all year round myself. That's another story for that. You know,
go back and have the best shower of your life then and just turn around and you'd sit back and go, did I actually stand under that waterfall today? Like, it was a yellow warning this morning and I decided to get into a nice sheltered area and just chase waterfalls. And, you know, we're all running from Milford Sounds over in New Zealand and these places. And next thing, you go into the McGillycully Rigs. It's ripping. There's 30 and 40 waterfalls in the McGillycully Rigs. And you're like, it's its own Milford Sounds, like, and wow, you know, and until people are showing, and it's lovely that, it's, and that's, that, where do you get your energy? That's 100% where energy comes from. And then the people are just thriving then. We go for nice food after.
Can't beat the food after a mountain, there's something about
class, all to the, you know, random wee spots and learning about little, like Kate Carney's cottage here.
Kate Carney's, just I'm due a visit there again. It's been years. I'm just reminding myself that place. If anyone wants to Google it, Gappa Dunlow, Kate Carney's, unbelievable.
Lovely open fire is there. Nice staff, very important. Nice staff. Great old energy about it. The hikers are coming in with their backpacks. It's like you'd see in Queenstown or Chamonix, you know, leaving their walking sticks up. Stuff like that is nice, and it's like the Camino and stuff. Really nice.
And
you know,
you've done a lot of that as well. And I'm just back from another leg. Isn't it just incredible as well in its own way?
Like, travel is important, and I understand that people haven't always got the opportunity, maybe with family and kids.
Of course,
and then what I always say to them is, I have a great one here now for you. So people do say to me, oh, Paul, it's all right for you, you have no kids. And I say, right, we've to turn this now into a better solution. So I do always screenshots, you know, the wee backpacks you can get for kids, send them on, and going, Decathlon is this for $48.99, no excuse, see you Sunday. Do you know what I mean? Put them on the backpack or build up the... But I do understand, like, you can't fly across the other side of the world to New Zealand, and I've done a huge amount of travel throughout the world, and I'm very grateful for that. And I suppose to be a mountain leader and to be a guide, I needed to go and learn in different countries how they guided, how they got their groups together, how they reacted in the morning to the groups. So now that didn't just come overnight. And a lot of people would say, oh, you're lucky, you get that this is your office, your job. Graft went on. Graft went on for years, and I had a plan to someday, hopefully, be this person and like to bring people overseas now as well, you know. And I brought people to Scotland, England, and Wales before, and very special. And it takes years of experience.
It doesn't happen overnight, does it? Like,
and you have to have a drive, and you have to have a hunger, and you have to have good people that'll help you as well. This isn't just Paul Rooney, Muddy Souls Adventure. This is a solid team. I have people there, and they come to every event each weekend. They're behind me. One's at the back helping me.
Incredible.
One's in the middle. One's on the walkie-talkies back. Paul, someone's struggling back here. That's team. That's, you know.
That is really good.
Yeah, incredible.
And there's no I in team, isn't it? Like, teamwork makes a dream work. I know it sounds a bit, but it's so true, isn't it? Like, just
savage.
Have that
and this is team. This is team.
This is 100%. You know what I mean? Like, the energy, like, you know.
I can guarantee you two people will come to my events because that's helping each other out, supporting. We've a bit of lack of that in Ireland, unfortunately. Bit of envy, bit of
shout out.
And no, you know, I went into Killarney Glamping today. I shared the content because it's incredible. What they have is beautiful. Amazing. And the glamping pods, the little place you make your tea. I want people to go and stay there. I'm not going, oh, they're this and that. No. There are people that built that from scratch. And it's absolutely stunning in there. And it's to perfection. That took years. That took a lot of work.
The amount of background stuff that's happening
in all companies, so, like, and it's like you have to get all your gear together. You have to come to Killarney here this evening. This didn't just happen because you threw a phone on a tripod.
No, you have to do
make a connection. You have to get out of your comfort zone to ask Paul. I wonder, will he do it? What if he texts me back? No, I will not do it. A podcast.
That could be the case at times where it doesn't align, or somebody doesn't feel ready, or they're maybe shy, or whatever the case is.
It's okay.
And look, if you don't want to ask, the answer is no. If you ask, it could be yes, and tell you what, it can open so much avenues for everyone. It's just, you know what? And when you're in alignment, things just, like, they just connect. There's no...
It really, really is, and Grateful is a word that's always coming to mind. Being grateful for what we have, and there's a lot of illnesses now in Ireland and throughout the world, and what's going on, and just to be able to maybe even one day a month for the people listening, just to try out something.
Yeah.
And try out something new.
Yes, huge.
Like, that's one big thing for me now. I'm trying out a new thing each thing. Now my next thing is Pilates, actually. Pilates.
Good man. I find that really hard, but it's
yes,
great. Like, it's like entering.
Yeah, and horse riding was a big thing.
Oh, cool.
Galloping the horse on the beach. I was afraid of me. I was afraid of my life. But I came back and I was like energized, and it was like, it was wild. It was wild,
so good,
So new things like that, and new locations is a big thing for me. Seeing new locations, trying out new wee places. Just being grateful, and the more you're grateful, the more things that'll open up.
Gratitude,
you have a better vibe.
An attitude of gratitude, isn't it? And at times somebody might say, I don't know now, can I find 3 things to be grateful for every day? The fact that you're alive, the fact that we can see, things we take for granted, like the fact that we're able to get up and move, the fact that, those kind of things.
Family is another one,
Family, friends, connection, the fact that we can have maybe a shelter, that we've, a cup of tea, coffee, those little things that we'd not actually think about. The next one on the list is going on. How many things did I mention there? How many did you mention, Paul?
A phone call to a friend is hugely important as well. We nearly lost that. We really did, and there's only a few people, like the phone call is important, and the meet up for the coffee, and another one thing is, say if someone wanted to go to the cinema, which as being a man, to ask another man to the cinema is a bit oh jeez, you can't be at that, but if it's a real friend, they'll go, and we'll have 100%. A bit of crack, and who knows, we might even pop a popcorn of some book at the back of his head. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, that's have a story, but and the same with the phone call. If your friend doesn't want to pick up, he's not really your friend. And we need the people to know that we don't need many friends. We need a few good friends.
The real ones,
and you need one that you're able to share a conversation with.
Yes, so important.
Really are. And I've met some beautiful friends here in Killarney. I have some great friends back home. I have some great friends throughout the world. And I just love maybe, sending them an old call there. Would have a call. And I love doing it when I'm driving down the road and hearing the stories back. And it's, you learn so much on a call, and you can hear their form, and you'll know over a text someone could be at their dark deepest, and at a call you'll feel it. You'll feel
that's
that.
True. Whereas the text,
you're right there, man.
Isn't it? Like depending.
Yeah.
It's hard to kind of decide.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's interesting, and so I think the call is a very important thing. I know it's not easy for everyone to be able to meet up,
good, isn't it?
But the call is nice. The call will do, but
100%.
Meeting up is definitely thing.
Yeah, just a connection, it is so important. And again, just checking in with each other. And somebody was saying to me recently, it wasn't on a podcast or anything, but we were just having a conversation with one of my friends, and we said, you know what? Life is busy, and we're all kind of on with stuff. But just a quick check-in sometimes. If you're thinking of somebody or something reminds you of them, hey, how's it going? Just thinking of today. How are you doing? Just something so simple as that. It could be the voice note, it could be your text, whatever. It could be a phone call.
You'll hear their excitement, and it's nice for you to get that back as well. And we're talking here tonight, and we're putting it out to our audience here, but we have to remember us as well. We're trying for other people, but we can't help anybody unless we're good ourselves. So 100%. It's important that we're making calls to our friends, so we're building a great platform for our good soul, that we are confident and we're in good form as well. And it's important for our friends to be asking us, and how are you? And I have some great friends that will go, Paul, how's the head these days, or how are you feeling these days? And it might be 2 days later you go, wow, he asked me that. That was really, really nice. I remember being on the burn one night, sunset, and I sat down, and cried my eyes out. I put on a song that I always put on, and cried my eyes out. It was a lovely cry, it was really, really nice. And it just came out of nowhere. Rory the Raven came in. I'll never forget it. And I had 3 videos taken of Rory, and it just happened. And my friend just randomly rang then, and he goes, how's it going? And he says, geez, I'm after crying me eyes out there for about 15 minutes.
Amazing, though. So healing, cleansing.
And he goes, you all right? Oh, Jesus, you all right? Where are you? I says, man, I'm extremely all right now, because I just felt...
A release, isn't it?
It was just that I was so happy how things were going.
Beautiful.
And I was just so thankful, and I was just like, wow, I have some incredible guardian angels as well up there, you know, looking down at me. And I have a lovely thing here from my little sister, actually. That's Tara. Tara is my compass, a little sister of mine that passed away. And Rory and Mary. And we actually have the McGilly Reeks. Isn't it mad? And I'm living here now. Yeah, and Tara is my compass. And I actually got that tattoo in New Zealand the last time I was there. And I never knew that I was coming to the McGilly Reeks to stay, and now it's on my arm. How mad is that?
It's alignment, isn't it? Like, it's like what's meant for you won't pass you by.
Whoa.
If it's not meant now, it's meant for you at a later time, it'll happen.
Yeah,
with
and
the right
like,
people,
after coming from where I was
Amazing.
8 or 10 years ago, to feeling the way I am now this evening, and for the last few weeks and months, it's just, sometimes it scares me how much work and how much people and how much, like, I've lost people and I've gained incredible people, and that was okay too. And I'll never ever, we don't want any bad words about them. They were going on a different journey in life.
Exactly, people for a season, for a lesson, for, you know.
When you learn that's okay, wow.
It's powerful.
I didn't. It took me years.
Same.
Yeah.
Being honest now as well.
I was like, flipping, why were they, you know? No. They were going, the universe was sending them on a little different chapter, and maybe down the line we'll bump into each other again.
Exactly. If it's meant to be and groundwork's done, you know.
Wow.
Everything happens for a reason like that. It's connections and the whole.
It's class, and look, I just love that tattoo on my arm, and
so special,
a very special thing. And
such a beautiful, to have,
I remember getting it, and it was absolutely incredible. And that was 4 years ago I got that tattoo.
Amazing.
And then 7 months ago I decided to pull in the Killarney and live, you know. Yeah.
And there it is, and there's the reason the whole thing. Like, that
and
is
I suppose another lovely thing to share would be, you know, I went on my solo travel.
Yes, amazing.
Bought a van, put an old mattress in it.
Unreal.
You know, mattress was in the attic. My friend Jean screwed an old kitchen together in the van. It just slides in, slides out.
Perfect.
Cost nothing.
Yeah.
Everything was completely free.
Beautiful.
And I decided, I went back to tell Mum and Dad, I'm heading away. And they were like, where are you going now? And they were like, I'm bringing the van. And they were like, oh no. And 27th of February, I crossed the Irish water into Scotland.
Incredible.
Scotland to Wales, down into England to Cornwall, visited my relations there and Auntie Mary. And crossed over, done the Camino for 3 or 4 weeks in Spain.
Incredible.
Down into France, back up into Switzerland, down into Italy. Like, less than 5 to 6 months, 6 months in the back of my van, totally on my own. And
amazing.
Never was lonely a day, but learned about how simple life can be. Eating pop noodles, drinking water out of the rivers, and living, you know, with a good nature all around you. Hiking the mountains every day. The body was in good form. Oh, beautiful bee. What do you call it?
Oh.
Wished. That means something too, you know.
What's going on here? Hey, Dave. What's he now? He is a bumble, isn't he?
He's a bumblebee, but not a queen. He's just a normal one.
He's having a little. He's coming in on the energy now as well.
Yeah, that's class. That was a
nature.
lovely learning curve. And like, people were worried about me. Like, what are you doing in the Pyrenees? You're above 2,000 meters in the back of a van, Paul. Like, have you even got, like, are you alive? Where are you? There's dangerous stuff over there. And
they're coming from their own place of fear, isn't it?
Yeah, and that was so, I was so grateful for them calls, and I set up a wee group for my mum and dad, and shared hundreds and thousands of pictures with them throughout the 5-6 months, and then summited Gran Paradiso in highest point in Italy, and wanted to get to the Mont Blanc summit, and unfortunately failed because of weather. But that wasn't the bee.
Yeah,
I had to take that. That wasn't the bee. I trained for 6 months. It wasn't a bee, and lucky enough I was mature enough to be able to say, not today, Paul, not today.
Yeah. But you know what, if that's meant to rely on a later time, there may be better energy, better, you know, maybe there's more people connections, or whatever it is. 100% what I believe at this stage.
Yeah, and a beautiful way to share the story. The news came through that Mont Blanc wasn't going to be. I left the accommodation in Chamonix. I rang the ferry a bit early, and they says, you can come on the next ferry. It was 17 hours of crossing the ferry. And I turned the corner in Rosslare, and I didn't go home to Mum and Dad. I rang Mum and Dad. I said, I'm not coming home yet. They're like, but sure, you're back in Ireland.
Where are you off to now?
No, I indicated, and I headed for the Kingdom of Kerry for a reason. And I knocked on as many doors as I could for 7 days, and ended up with a great job down here. I got an interview. So I drove back up after 7 days, drove back up to Mum and Dad and go, I have to go again after 2 days, back down for an interview, and they were like, what is going on here?
It's
and I got the job.
Though, isn't it? like,
and it
you
was
know.
mad. And all I wanted to do was go to Mum, like up
Yeah,
to see
of
them
course,
after the
yeah.
6 months, and I decided to indicate at Rosslare, come over, and I was on top of Brandon within
Brandon's
hours.
gorgeous in Kerry,
For it was just after sunrise with Andrea, a girl that always wanted to do Brandon, and she asked me before I went, and would you believe it was still in my head to summit her,
Yeah.
guide her to Mount Brandon, and that's the first thing I done. I wasn't even hours in the country, and I was on the top of Brandon, happy.
That is powerful, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is where
It just
things
shows
connect.
you, like, once you have
Amazing.
the passion and the energy and the love, keep going.
You know,
It'll steer you in the right way. Oh, stop!
I love
just,
it, isn't it? Like,
I really do. I really do love life today.
it is so good,
yeah,
isn't it?
took
And
a
the more
while.
we're grateful for it, the more we attract to be grateful
Yeah.
for, isn't it? When you're in
Yeah.
that alignment, it's just, I can't even explain it, but it
Yeah.
just happens effortlessly. Especially when you're not resisting the flow of life.
Yeah,
Like what you resist persists,
Yeah.
and energy goes where attention flows. I think it's something to that level, but it's so true. Like,
Wow.
it's just, yeah,
it's so
amazing.
cool,
It's just
and
so amazing.
it takes time. It takes time.
100%.
And I do say unfortunately sometimes, and I do say fortunately.
Yeah.
And if anyone asks me about going through a hard time, I'll always say I'm glad I did. I matured up. I stopped jumping off the bars down in Bundoran, and I decided there was another life out there,
Yeah,
and I'm glad I done
100%.
that too.
Yeah.
And
A season for everything, though,
yes,
isn't it? Like,
yes,
yeah, 100%,
and
you
I'll
know, like
never
nurture.
say I didn't do that, because
Yeah.
I was a boyo in my time, and I
Sure.
had my times growing up
Yeah.
as a young buck, and we all did, and we had great crack doing it, and
Absolutely, yeah.
and it's no harm to have a bit of madness, and you have that too, Karen.
I
You have
do,
a bit of
I
madness. You
tell
do.
you, do I what?
Yeah.
Just a tad.
Yeah, I like that. And that's why we're here
connected,
tonight.
like, isn't it? Yeah,
So
just
nice.
the adventure, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Such a real, honest conversation like that. I'm just loving it. And in nature, which I feel like I'm getting more energy. You know?
Yeah,
But
it's
magic.
good. It's good. And
yeah.
like and it's important to be excited about tomorrow, for
Same.
people.
It's huge.
There's nothing to do is a big thing I hear, and I suppose that's what we're running here. We're running things where people get out and just kind of learn
Absolutely.
why. I need people to understand why we're in the wood tonight, why we went to that waterfall and took a picture.
Oh, that was just incredible.
Yeah.
I just love waterfalls. I love anything in nature,
Yeah.
but waterfalls in me, I'm just like, whoa! It's
And it was
just
nice to
incredible.
surprise you on this secret
That
one
was
as well.
epic.
Yeah, it's
I
really
tell you,
good.
I'm just buzzing. Get out of nature. You don't know what you'll experience. You don't know who you'll meet. You don't know what you'll see.
Yeah.
We even had a bumblebee come over to us. You know,
Every
why
day
not?
is different, and every day is
100%.
different. And when between now and the car, we'll see
Yeah.
something else.
Guaranteed. You might
Yeah.
see some of those woodpeckers.
And the deer will start coming out now in about
Amazing.
45-50 minutes time.
That would
and
be exciting.
to learn why they come out. They're coming out to feed on the lowlands. There's more grass down there. They move at night. They feed at night, and they lie and chew their cud during the day.
Amazing.
And it's this. But what's lovely, I got calls today about teaching people in schools growing
Yes.
up,
Oh,
and they're
amazing.
sponges. So, and that's the nice thing about the people and the clients that's coming to me. Like, they want to see me doing well as well, and that's
Love it.
so great. That's giving me the keep going, and
incredible.
that means so much, because there's only a certain amount
Yeah.
you can do. There's
And,
only
like, that's it. Like, and I mean, even now what you're setting up soon, like the safe spaces. So
Yeah.
I'm excited
Wow.
to hear about that,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we'll definitely
And we'll have
share
you
it,
down
know?
as a chat. We'll do an
Oh,
interview in
amazing,
front of
heck
this group
yeah.
of people.
That'd be so awesome,
Wouldn't
yeah.
that be the same thing? That'll be a
100%.
podcast at the top of the room,
Let's
and that's
make
what we
it
have
happen,
to
yeah.
do.
100%
We
reward us.
want loads of people, because not all people has the confidence to
Yeah.
stand at the top of the room and say a few words,
Absolutely,
and we'll
yeah.
both be nervous. Don't
course.
get me
No,
wrong,
yeah, you have
but the
that
fact
initial,
is,
like, yeah.
we have to try and give it a go. And if I
Yeah.
say, if we got 60 seconds into it and we had to walk away, we tried.
That's cool. You won't know until you
Okay.
try. And do you know what? Instead of going, oh, what if I fail? What if it actually works? You know,
Yeah.
what if it works?
Yeah, failure is
You know,
learning.
And that is it. Failure is learning. It's
Yeah.
not failure. It's always learning. You know,
Yeah.
that's huge.
Yeah.
And what if it actually works? It's
Mhm.
mental then. You know,
Yeah.
don't question it. Like, yeah.
It's really nice, and
It's huge.
and it's what's lovely as well. I'm doing these van tours at the moment.
Oh, class.
So 2 random people from throughout Ireland, 2 lovely ladies, one coming from, I think it's the south here, and one coming from County Cavan,
Yeah.
and they have never met before, and they're going to spend a day in the van with me.
Amazing.
We have like 3 or 4 hikes,
Class.
different locations throughout Kerry, and it could be anywhere in Ireland. But imagine the bond the 3 of us will have at the end of the day.
It's going to be epic.
We'll have the
like,
jet
yeah.
boil on the mountain, stirring up some soup,
Lovely.
and and sandwich and whatever else,
Can't
and
beat
just
it.
we don't know what's going to happen, and maybe
That's
we
right.
mightn't get on at all, but it'll be a story.
Or,
It'll be,
yeah, there's
class.
always a story, but you know what?
And
when
I
you
know
connect,
we'll
laugh.
get on. I know we'll
100%.
get on, because it's
They want
someone.
to go explore, yeah.
And if they're trying and they want to go and explore,
Yeah.
they're the people I love.
100%.
Giving it a go.
Yeah.
getting out of their comfort zone. Jesus, well, like how close will I be to him in the van? I love that.
It's real connection,
do it.
isn't it?
Like, who cares? Do it.
Just
There's
that
a
energy,
few hours.
yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
This is exciting. They got out of their comfort zone. It was the same as me getting on the back of the horse. Oh, geez, who's going to be there? Am I going to fall off? Am I going to make a show of myself?
Yeah.
No. Gone and done it. Best thing I ever done. Went 3 or 4 times since.
Amazing,
So, yeah,
well done.
Really, really cool.
I've done a little trotting on the horse. I'm like,
Oh,
with the big,
yeah.
but you know what? It's incredible. There's
Power.
something so zen with it. Like surfing and things. Have I fallen overboard more than I've been? What does it matter? No. Do you know what?
Yeah.
You won't know till you try, and you'll have fun doing it anyway. Like, that's my attitude with everything. I'll try anything. You never know.
Yeah,
See what happens. Like.
And with yourself now,
Yeah.
Karen, and you're in great form. You're working away,
Yeah,
and
do
you're
you
getting
know
out.
what?
You're doing loads of activities in the
100%.
caminos and
Yeah,
all that, and you're
love
getting out on your
what I'm
hikes
doing.
and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just you know what. And the more things you love doing, that you know, you want to do more of it. Then it just
Yeah.
next minute something else aligns. And so recently I've tried like pickleball, which is like tennis. It's like a racket sport.
Yes.
So I said, you know what? I went to one lesson of it to give it a lash. You know, on the open days, absolutely loved it. And so now I'm in the pickleball club. I'm buzzing with
New
it. You know,
connections. Bit of
absolutely.
crack.
You know, literally, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Back acting, all that kind of stuff. But you know,
Yeah.
have some fun
And you
with it.
circled yourself with the right people, I
You
suppose,
do,
as
and
well.
once you're in alignment, and you know what, you're all connected to each other. You just have that energy.
Yeah.
You boost each other. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, it's like nearly electric in its own way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
And you yourself, would you personally, you'd have a few good friends in your life, you would?
absolutely, yeah.
That's
And
nice.
I think, I've kind of got, you know what, I probably have some more acquaintances and whatever, but yeah, I do have my close knit
Nice.
group as well. And I tell you
And
what,
your
you know,
family.
if you need each other, you're there 100%.
That's nice.
That is what
That's
it's about.
important.
It's
Yeah.
most
Not too
important.
many. Not
No.
too many.
But just that group.
You'll
and, you
always
if
know
you
the
need each
few.
other, you will,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah,
They're there for you. You know what? It's like if somebody's there for you in your really good days, you know, most people will be, but if somebody's there when there's a bit of a challenge, that's your true
Yeah,
people. That's your
yeah.
people, you know.
That's
and
nice.
that's your tribe, like, if you will. Like,
No,
100%.
it's nice hearing that.
It's
And
amazing, yeah.
and you know, there is some great people.
I'm telling you, and
Some
yourself
great
now, I
people.
mean, I could just, you're phenomenal, like,
Yeah.
and stuff, and I could just
It's
listen
just-
and chat. And,
Yeah, and you know
Amazing.
another
Not
thing
to-
is when we leave our county
Yeah.
or when we leave our country,
Yeah.
it's incredible how the connections do be made differently.
It's
You
amazing
know,
though, isn't it? I
Yeah,
get
it
you.
really is.
Big
You
time.
bump into some random storytellers and they change
Unbelievable.
your life forever.
I tell you, that's what it's
Yeah.
all about. The more you're open to that, and
You
you're
don't have
actually
to go
tuned
far.
in. Yeah.
Yeah,
If you're open to that, you see it, you just connect with somebody, and that could be,
Yeah.
you know, it's like how anything evolves and starts. and,
Wow.
You know, it's like, you know, putting it into words.
really nice.
And even for yourself now, Paul, like, I mean, I say chat you for hours and days
Yeah.
and whatever, because literally I can. You know, it's amazing.
I
I'm
love
just
that, yeah.
fascinated. I love that energy in your own stuff. It's just brilliant. But how can people actually contact you now as well? I mean, they might have known about you, right? But like, what would be the best ways to contact you?
Yeah, that's the best
best
way.
way.
The best ways to contact me would be through my phone.
Okay,
WhatsApp
cool.
is brilliant nowadays.
Yeah,
I like
sweet.
WhatsApp
Yeah.
because it's direct. You can get a voice note or you
Cool.
get a call.
Amazing.
Now Instagram is
Yeah.
the big ticket. I have a
Cool.
great Instagram. It's
Yeah.
live at the moment. I have three to 10 stories every day and 1 or 2 pictures.
Amazing.
You can see how I live my life. What I do now, there's some days obviously where I'm at conferences and stuff or talks where and plus I need my own time.
Absolutely,
Switch off.
you do need
Yeah.
downtime in
So
between.
Instagram is
Yeah.
live. I'm just
Amazing.
and I love the Facebook, and there's an older group on Facebook as well, which is lovely.
Yeah.
I love getting the people. I do kids events to hikes, to walks, to van tours, to absolutely anything got to do with nature. I also do inspirational talks in schools, some in hotels, and all I'm doing them talks is people say, oh, but how can you do the talks? How can you keep you just tell your story from yesterday.
And straight away
Simple
you're
as that.
inspiring me. I mean,
Yeah.
and I'm sure like
Yeah.
people
What
who are
happened
listening in,
yesterday?
watching in, kind of going, what is
Yeah.
actually going on?
Yeah, I got up,
You know?
I had a nice bit of breakfast, and I went out the door, and I decided to shake and hug someone. That's how I started. Boom.
Beautiful.
Okay, then I fell into a bit of a bog hole. I could have took that the wrong way, but
Yeah.
I decided, Jesus, I've little to be worried about.
You know,
You tell
yeah.
them your story on how today you're just another human being. You're the
100%.
exact same as them.
Yeah.
So definitely Instagram, muddy_souls on Instagram, and then we have the website is muddy souls adventures. But WhatsApp then is under the website,
Amazing.
and obviously Facebook is incredible as well. TikTok is a thing that
Yeah.
I'm just getting into because I was told
Cool, yeah.
for business you have to.
Okay,
So
cool, yeah.
anywhere like that, and I have a beautiful also. People
on,
need
yeah.
to know this. I have an incredible WhatsApp group in Galway
Hey,
called the
perfect.
Midweek Walk, Muddy Souls Midweek Walk and Talk.
Hey,
And there's
hey.
500 people on that WhatsApp
Wow,
group.
that is a
And they're
lot,
heading
yeah.
out tomorrow, and they're going to get the biggest sunset on the burn on Abbey Hill tomorrow night.
Gorgeous,
Yeah, so
amazing.
and they are so supportive. That's a group I set up 5 years ago now.
500 people
Yeah.
in the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could
Yeah.
have that many in
Yeah.
WhatsApp.
Started off
Very
with
new.
3 or 4 people in the
Yeah.
car park. I turned around one night, there was 57 people behind me. And they were all buzzing.
And now it's
Yeah. Brett work in the
Yeah.
forest, walks
Oh,
along
amazing,
Kong,
Brett work, yeah.
and we done hundreds, Karen, hundreds. Every week is a different location. And
I love
Galway
it.
people,
Living
we
life.
do it in Galway, Clare, and this and that. And there's a few leaders up there, and they're absolutely beautiful people. And they share the biscuits, share the crack.
Similar
bit
interest,
of, yeah,
like, isn't it?
bit
You
of
know,
naughtiness,
you have
bit
to
of
have that,
madness,
bit
bit
of
of having the crack and the chats, and
Yeah.
you know, having a good time on a
what it's all
Wednesday,
about.
a Tuesday, or a Friday evening where they thought there was nothing to do. They were out, and tomorrow night I'm there like,
You're
oh, I'm
excited
mad to
already.
nearly drive up tomorrow night. But I'm going to let them have their
Brilliant.
fun tomorrow night. I'm actually going to Cork tomorrow to a conference for
Great
Falls
spot too.
Ireland. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Glengarriff. And I'm
Gorgeous.
excited to go and meet these people tomorrow. So
Amazing.
definitely WhatsApp, social media.
Yeah.
If you put in Muddy Souls, it'll surely pop up.
It'll pop up
Yeah,
everywhere.
and I want people to get involved. And
Amazing.
it's like this, Karen.
Yeah.
If people are unhappy for what I done for them that day, I do have a charge because it's a business I'm
Of course,
running.
you have to.
They're
yeah.
more
You
than
have to live.
welcome.
You have to live.
They're more than welcome to have
Yeah.
their money back, but I
Yeah.
can guarantee you they're going to have one of the best days. And if you're
Electric.
confident in
Yeah.
what you do and you're passionate in what you do,
It comes across anyway. You can sense if someone's passionate, if they're doing it for
Yeah.
the true reasons because they want to do it. And then, yeah, there's obviously the positive
course.
results of that. You know what I mean?
of course,
But, yeah,
no
big
matter
time.
what the weather is, show up, get wet, or else get a suntan.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter. You know,
No.
this is hiking, not this.
Amazing.
Sightseeing is a totally different thing.
Yeah.
Walking's totally. You're hiking. You're exploring.
Oh, exploring. I do
Exploring
like
is
that.
the word. You know.
And if you were to sunrise now, I know it's a hard thing to sunrise, but even like 3 key points, what would you like people to get from today's message? Like 3 key points of
Three key points is to be extremely grateful in life. Everything to be grateful for you, who you have in your life, who picks up the phone to you, to being able to go to the toilet in the middle of the night for a pee, as simple as that.
true, isn't
Be
it?
extremely grateful.
Yeah.
There's people that's not unfortunately able to do that, to be able to drive a car, to be able to walk to work,
Yeah.
or eat a sweet. Simple as that. Everything will, the more you're grateful, the more. Next thing would be to surround yourself by the good people.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'm not saying there's bad people.
No.
I'm saying that there's people that suit you and there's people that doesn't.
Yes,
So
big
you
time.
find the people that understand you and that want to see
Yeah.
you thrive. They want to see you smile, a real smile.
Yeah.
That'd be the other one. And also, would be to spend time with nature, but with also the people that you love.
Yeah.
Don't think that they're going to be there for the rest of your life.
It's
Make
true, isn't
sure these people that you don't leave with a regret going, I shoulda.
Yeah,
Because shoulda is no good.
yeah.
Turn around, pick up the phone today and say you're calling over for a cup of tea. I can guarantee you there'll be a day when you'll appreciate that. And that is
100%.
one thing.
Yeah.
I love spending time, as you've probably seen with my wee mum.
Yeah.
Throw her into the side of the van.
Off
We
you
go
go.
on for the adventures
Yeah.
and we have an incredible day.
That's
And to see her
beautiful.
smile,
Yeah.
look out that window,
That is beautiful.
incredible.
It's
And
beautiful.
that's just her.
Yeah.
And from my friends and from my clients and for everybody else, that is important that them moments are cherished. Take the picture, be
That's
proud,
lovely.
and
Yeah.
take the selfie. We took a selfie there on one of them cliffs this evening.
Yeah.
I'm,
Amazing.
I don't care where you put that selfie.
Capture the moment.
I'm a proud man standing in that along with a good friend. Don't take the pictures and put them on social media.
Absolutely.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Or people have said to me growing up,
Yeah.
oh, there's the arsehole that puts the stuff on social media, that filters his pictures, that thinks he's great on social
Come on,
media.
yeah.
Today,
The naysayers.
them pictures have brought me to where I am, that have connected me with the people that's into nature. And by
Absolutely.
God,
It's worth it.
I'm looking forward to putting up the next one.
Yeah,
And I want
capture the
people to know
moment.
that if you're happy and you truly love what you do and you're happy in that photo,
Yeah.
enjoy and you want to put it up. But if you're hesitant to put it up, that it's not really you
Yeah.
and you're trying to show off to your
well,
ex-boyfriend or
yeah,
anything,
that kind of way.
that's the wrong thing. You're not your true self.
Yeah.
And I want to say that. Yeah.
big
And they're
time.
three very important things. And
Amazing.
you know, spend a bit of time in nature and start learning more about it. And I'm looking forward to exploring loads throughout Ireland with you, and hopefully across seas as well, Karen.
Oh my God, excited.
Absolutely.
Well, this is the beginning of a new journey, a new venture, and you know, for everyone listening now as well, get stuck in and just do it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Paul, that was just such a lovely, real conversation. I'm so emotional with it, but that means we're connected to our emotions.
That's important.
You know,
it's no harm,
so nice.
no harm at all. And, yeah, I know. Always, it's important to say thank you to you for reaching out to people like myself and all the other podcasters you had on it, and it's just a general chat. It's 2 hours of our life, and that's important to people out there, and for us as well to do this, and to be where we are tonight is extremely special.
It's 100%.
So nice.
Thank you so much, Paul,
thank you,
for
Karen.
everything.
Thank you, and keep being you.
And likewise, Paul. And for you guys out there, keep being you to yourselves as well. And just that reminder again, you're all truly extraordinary in your own unique way. Remember, until next time, stay extraordinary, guys. Yay.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All good.